This story is about David, a driver exhausted from his daily life. It was a dark night, around midnight. David was heading home, tired from his usual routine. The day felt as ordinary as any other. But on his way, he saw a woman signaling for a ride. Normally, David wouldn't pick up anyone at that hour, but the road was deserted and the clouds were rumbling, indicating an imminent storm. Thinking of this, he stopped his car in front of the woman and motioned for her to get in. Initially, she stood there staring at the car, but then quietly got in the back seat without saying a word. David asked, "Madam, where do you need to go?" The woman looked into David's eyes and replied, "Just go straight. I'll tell you the way ahead." David was unnerved by her strange behavior, but mustered the courage to continue driving. Suddenly, in a soft voice, the woman whispered to David, "Stop." He slammed on the brakes and started breathing heavily out of fear. The woman then said, "My house is on the left side of this road." When David saw the path, he was even more frightened because it was a rough and eerie road that looked like no one ever used it. Taking a risk, he drove down the path. After a short distance, he saw an old house with a faint light inside. David asked, "Is this your house?" The woman leaned close to his ear and softly said, "Yes, this is it." David stopped the car and said, "Madam, we've arrived." The woman slowly got out and said, "Come with me. I'll give you the fare." David, terrified, replied, "I am fine here. You can bring the money." Without saying anything, the woman went inside the house. David waited for a while, but the woman didn't come back. He decided to knock on the door, so he got out of the car. After knocking, there was no response from inside. As he turned back towards the car, he noticed the woman's footprints, which were inverted. Seeing this, he ran back to the car and tried to start it, but it wouldn't start. The woman then emerged from the house and started approaching David. Suddenly, the car started, and David sped away safely. Since that night, he never picked up anyone from deserted roads at midnight again.